Although it might be a bit boring listening to me talk again. But you know, after we finish, just kind of go back
This
and...
next test involves discouragement redirection cubes. I just finished building them before you had your, well, episode. So now we'll both get to see how they work. There should be one in the corner.
So there we go, she's talking to you about thermal redirection cubes, is that what she called them? It's in the corner. And you see in the distance the room is rearranging itself. And... oh, space to jump. I just remembered at the start of the game, like space to speak, space to say apple, and then you press space and you jumped. Anyway. Is that camera following? Ah, see, there we go, the camera is now following us. And you can see, like, as we go through, GLaDOS is repairing the place, and so the rooms become more and more complete as we move forward. And then that's architectural, yay, architecture. And so they're, you know, they're using subtle changes to the architecture to convey the idea that GLaDOS is pulling herself back together, and she's gaining, I guess she's gaining power, or gaining control over the facility as she does so. And there's Wheatley in the back, creeping around. So he's not dead. I don't know if... yeah, I don't know if... I guess if you're not that observant you might miss that, but that's not that difficult. Whoa, 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 don't stand on it. Not that difficult to spot. So that... was that switch... oh, that's interesting. There's not really any clues. And I guess if she gave you a lot of clues... oh, there it is, the symbols are there. So there's the cube. Put the cube on the switch. That really doesn't look much like a switch. I mean, it's like a side-on view of a switch, but I don't know about that icon. Maybe they could have made that a little bit more distinctive. Like, I don't know, does that look like a switch to you? Because often, like, you never see the switch from that angle. You always see it from slightly above, and you see the circle of it. Whereas that, like, the switch is circular, and that's what's distinctive about it. It's a circular red plate. Whereas that, you don't see the circle. So that's why I'm saying that it's not a very good symbol for the switch. Anyway, let's not get too distracted. So there we got thermal beam onto the switch, or onto that thing, and the redirection cube. But there's no symbols on here. I guess compared to the first game, they're not like they're just going, you know, they're not giving you as many clues early on. What's that? Yeah. So that thing's busted. And we need... yes, we need the cube for this. So...
well done. Here come the test results. You are a horrible person. That's what it says. A horrible person. We weren't even testing for that.
huh. So yeah, like, using this, the fact that this also functions as a weighted cube, that wasn't explicitly said to the players. That's interesting, because I remember my first impression of this game was that, you know, it felt like Portal 2 was easier than Portal 1. But now that I'm actually looking at it closely, it's actually not. Or maybe it is. There's fewer instructions and fewer clues. Maybe it is easier, but if it is, then it's through clever level design. Not because they tell you any more. In fact, they tell you less. But anyway, I didn't have any trouble solving Portal 2, but then I have played through Portal 1 before, so I guess that helps with figuring out the puzzles, because you've already done it before. We haven't done the exact same thing before, but you've already gone through the whole Portal 1.
Don't let that horrible person thing discourage you. It's just a data point. If it makes you feel any better, science has now validated your birth mother's decision to abandon you on a doorstep.
She's really mean. Why are you so mean, GLaDOS? Why don't you like me? Anyway, she'll keep doing that. Passive aggressive. Number 3. So these are the new chambers, I guess. That GLaDOS is setting up for you. Look at that! How's that for awesome? And as I said, completely impractical, but really awesome. So what do we got here? I mean, what do we learn? I guess we learned about the thermal discouragement beam, and then we learned about the redirection cube, and now we have another redirection cube puzzle. But let's go in here first. Like this stuff again. Oh, this radio plays a song, but I'm not gonna listen to it. You can listen to it if you buy the game and play it for yourself. Sucker's luck, exile. Too many variables. The graffiti art is more interesting in the second game than the first. I'm pretty sure they deliberately spent more time or more resources on this. It's actually quite cool too, like the drawings and all that. Let's see what's up here. So the cube is up here. Oh, this is like a combination puzzle, I guess. So you have 2 switches. One of them is there. One of them is there. Okay, I see. Yeah, so you can redirect this, and then you can. Can I? I'm just trying to be lazy. There we go.
Not on the test.
Is that?
Most people emerge from suspension terribly undernourished. I want to congratulate you on beating the odds and somehow managing to pack on a few pounds.
That seemed too good. I think this is the helper again. Remember earlier we talked about how the game helps you, fall into the portals. I think that the game helped me there as well. Look at that. That's amazing. It's like the angle of the laser is changing to help you aim, even though you're kind of missing. Like this thing will kind of track the target for you. So if you're a little off, it doesn't really matter. Look at that, that's amazing. See how it changes angle? So again, there, the portal even shifted, I think. Or maybe I'm not. No, I think it's only the laser that's shifting, but even if you miss a little bit, like the laser will realign for you to help you out. So again, the game realizes that what you mean to do is put the 2 portals to redirect the laser. So it's not gonna ask you to do it spot on. Like, you already know what to do. Why make you, try several times to get it perfect? So the game will actually do that for you. I wonder if it'll do this. I guess it doesn't. Do it here. Yeah, no, so the laser doesn't redirect itself there, but you can see that even if you don't hit the center of it, even if you're kind of on the edge of it, it will trigger anyway. So that helps you out a little bit as well. You don't have to be absolutely precise. So again, the game is making it slightly easier for the player, so even if you're not a pro at games, like you can still solve the puzzles and you'll succeed. So the puzzles are gradually getting more complicated. There was the single laser at first, the single laser with the cube, and now there's the 2 lasers. And then it's gonna show you, I think...
One moment.
Wait, what?
You're navigating these test chambers faster than I can build them, so feel free to slow down and do whatever it is you do when you're not destroying this facility.
There we go. So I mean, if you weren't sure whether it was her that's rebuilding these before, I mean, she's telling you now she's building you new test chambers as you go. And there we go. You can see that coming together. Let's see what's going on here. This part we will have, so that's the switch there. It's a bit dark. I don't know if you guys can see this clearly on the videos, because the videos usually end up a bit darker again. So here we go. So now we get introduced to the Portal 2 version of the scaffold, the moving scaffold, and the laser switch activates the scaffold. And I'm just gonna solve this puzzle because I don't really think there's much to say here. Oh, that's interesting. There's a tube there. There's no way to... I wonder why that tube is there. And why is that important? I guess that actually helps you line up your shots, because, you know, that actually lines up with the laser. So if you put a portal there... Actually, why would that help? The laser already makes a mark. I'm sorry, I'm not thinking. Why is that tube useful? Maybe it's not, and it's just there for decoration. Although, you know, with Valve being as clever as they are, you can't just assume that things are there for no reason, because I'm already throughout the first and second game so far, you know, I've really pointed out a lot of subtle things that actually serve a purpose. And this is funny, like, you drop the cube and it hits you on the head, and here it actually will hit you on the head. Like, we've seen this symbol so many times before, and often you don't actually get hit on the head, but this time you do. Let's do that. And that. And then we'll just move
I'll give you
that.
credit. I guess you are listening to me. But for the record, you don't have to go that slowly.
She's... slowly, I guess that doesn't... I guess that's just for the humor and for...
Waddle over to the elevator and we'll continue the testing.
Wow, now she's making fun of your weight as well. Yeah, so we're just building up her animosity towards you now. I don't think that communicated much else. Although the fact that she thinks you would be sensitive about the way you move, maybe she's... I mean, notice how human she seems. Like, if she was purely artificial, would she care about the way you walk? Like, would you waddle over? Would that make sense to a computer that was purely synthetic?